But there is a narrative out there, number one, that Dave Portnoy's racist, and he was one of the ones screaming racist remarks at Angel Reese when he was really and truly just, doing what sports fans do, which is heckle. I'm having to come out and talk about Dave Portnoy. I like Barstool Sports. I like Dave Portnoy. Him and I certainly don't agree on everything. I can tell you that right now, especially if somebody's on the free throw line during the basketball game. You heckle them mercilessly. Again, I think part of the problem here is this is a league that's been wildly insulated from anybody.
Sky fans are outraged, Caitlin Clark fans are fighting back, and Dave Portnoy is cashing in big time. But why are some WNBA fans calling Clark's record-breaking triple-double a crime? Stay right here, because what started as an impressive performance has turned into an online frenzy you have to see to believe.
Dave Portnoy has made a comment. He's come out and made a statement about the WNBA and the Indiana Fever investigating the quote-unquote hate. All right, now that normal sports fans like Dave Portnoy, by the way, goes basketball games all the time, lifelong Celtics fan. They're not used to hearing anything that went down during the game, the racial slurs, as nobody has proven at all. No evidence whatsoever.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Caitlin Clark dropped a performance so wild it felt like the basketball universe tilted off its axis. A triple-double in her first home game against the Chicago Sky, and not just any triple-double. 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists.
The Caitlin Clark haters, the shit starters, the people that I guess have never watched actual sports ever, they want Caitlin Clark to be arrested. Portnoy placed a $25,000 bet on Caitlin Clark getting a triple-double. We all know that she got a triple-double. All right? Because she got a triple-double, and Dave Portnoy had a bet on it. This guy comes out and says, I don't even know who Jack Mackey is. Oh, he's with Barstool.
By halftime, social media couldn't keep up. Fans were already declaring it one of the most dominant starts of the season before she even stepped off the court. But here's the kicker. The explosion on Twitter wasn't all celebratory. The outrage began brewing just as quickly, and it snowballed from there. Enter Dave Portnoy, and things took a sharp left. The controversial Barstool Sports founder tweeted just before the game about his $25,000 bet.
It's a nice little experiment to watch. It's crazy. They want Caitlin Clark arrested for wanting to get a triple-double. Yeah. The WNBA's biggest issue is a huge portion of their fan base has never watched sports before. Everyday things in other sports leagues result in calls for investigations. This league is going nowhere. They're actively killing the goodwill that they've built up.
On Clark hitting specific marks, by the final buzzer, Portnoy cashed out with a jaw-dropping $350,000 win. You'd think this would just be one guy striking it big with a gutsy gamble, right? Wrong.
What? What are you talking about? Literally illegal. It's crazy. Caitlin was caught on broadcast telling Stephanie White she needed one more rebound for a triple-double. Stephanie put her back in. This is literally illegal.
Fans immediately started piecing together theories like amateur detectives. Some insisted Clark knew about the bet beforehand and played the game like she was trying to secure Portnoy's payout. Others speculated about favoritism from the refs, or even a bigger plan within the WNBA to push Clark further into the spotlight. The word rigged was suddenly everywhere. Then it got even messier. Angel Reese's fans were fuming, many claiming Clark's shining moment came at the expense of their star. Reese's move to a stretch forward role this season has already caused enough chatter, with some arguing it's limiting her offensive impact. But now, her game seemed completely overshadowed by Clark's big night. Tensions boiled over when a viral tweet suggested Clark specifically asked to be subbed back in during the fourth quarter, just to make Reese look bad. Was it true? Probably not. But the damage was done. Keyboard warriors ran with it. And then the Arrest Caitlin Clark movement hit timelines. Okay, that's obviously a joke, or at least it started that way. But it perfectly captured the absurd levels of pettiness in this saga. The arrest her claims might sound ridiculous, but they highlight the deeper drama at play, a clash of egos, team rivalries, and the ever-growing pressure of social media scrutiny on WNBA stars. It's not just basketball anymore. It's a whole battle for clout and control. But what about Portnoy's role in this circus? You won't believe how much louder things get when we bring him into focus. Dave Portnoy's $25,000 bet was supposed to be just another flex in his long list of outrageous stunts, but it may have done more than just fatten his wallet. After Caitlin Clark's explosive performance won him $350,000, Portnoy wasted no time bragging about his win on social media, calling it easy money and roasting anyone who doubted him. For some fans, it was just a wild subplot in an already crazy game, but others weren't as amused. Questions about the bet's impact on the integrity of the game started surfacing almost immediately. Did Portnoy's big gamble put added pressure on Clark to deliver? Or worse, did it create an uneven playing field? The criticism didn't stop there. Indiana Fever fans turned up the heat, accusing Portnoy of ignoring what they described as racist chants during the game. This report quickly made waves online, sparking debates about fan behaviour and the responsibilities of high-profile figures like Portnoy. True to form, his response wasn't exactly measured. He hopped back on Twitter, firing off a storm of insults aimed at the accusers, calling them salty trolls, and claiming the allegations were totally baseless. So far, neither the WNBA nor the Chicago Sky have found any evidence of misconduct, but both organisations released vague statements condemning the spread of hate in the sport. And the chaos doesn't end there. It stretches to Caitlin Clark's own fan base. In the middle of all this drama, a whole new conversation has emerged. Who can and can't celebrate Caitlin Clark? Some black fans of Clark have faced their own backlash, accused of selling out just for supporting her. One fan voiced their frustration, saying, "If you're black and a Clark fan, you're a sellout," showing just how deeply personal and emotional these debates have become. What started as a simple game has now spiraled into something much bigger, touching on cultural identity, race, and community loyalties. Portnoy, meanwhile, has taken the backlash in stride, or at least his version of stride. To critics, he's adding unnecessary fuel to an already intense fire. To his supporters, he's just a guy who placed a bet and got lucky. Either way, his involvement has shifted the focus far beyond the game itself. At this point, it's no longer just about Caitlin Clark's stat sheet or Dave Portnoy's winning slip. It's about the forces shaping the WNBA's future, from social media fights to the pressure on its athletes. The uproar over Caitlin Clark's triple-double says so much about where the WNBA is heading. This isn't just backlash over a great performance, it's a sign of the growing tensions as the league fights for more attention, more fans, and let's face it, more respect. Social media amplified every detail, from Dave Portnoy's polarising bet to the ridiculous arrest her memes. And while some see it as good drama for the sport, it also reveals how much scrutiny these players are under now. So what do you think? Is this just noise, or does it signal something bigger for women's basketball?